Hi, fourth graders. Oh, I miss you all so dearly. I'm so excited to share today's spotlight lesson with you. Today we're doing social studies, and if you remember right before we got out of school, we were learning all about the Revolutionary War. So we're going to make a Revolutionary War puppet show. When I was young, I loved to put on plays and puppet shows for my family, so I hope that you can also make some kind of a puppet show to quiz your family, see what they know about the American Revolution. All right, so first, here are the materials that you'll need for today. You'll see there's a PDF to these pictures, and then also the words about what the people will say. If you don't have a printer at home, that's okay. You can just draw pictures. I know some of you might like to trace the picture on the computer screen. I remember you used to love to do that at indoor recess sometimes. So you can use these papers to cut them out, or you can just handwrite it or draw it. That's fine. Here are my puppets. You can see I made them out of straws that I cut up and tape, but you can make them out of anything you have around the house. So whatever little pictures that you draw, whatever your parents will let you use, maybe popsicle sticks or pencils or straws, or you could even just use your finger for your puppet show. So before we get into our puppet show, let's talk about the setting a little bit. Where and when is this happening, and why did they have the Revolutionary War? So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if you're watching this video with someone, I want you to actually talk with the people in your family about why and to actually answer the questions. All right, so my first question is, who fought in the Revolutionary War? Who were the two sides in the Revolutionary War? I'll give you a moment to answer. If you said the Americans, you're right. If you said the Patriots, you're right. If you said the English or the British, you're right. Or if you said Loyalists, you're right too. Even if you had said the French, you would also be right because they did help out a little bit. All right, the next question is, why did they fight the Revolutionary War? What was the cause? If you said for independence, you're right. That's right. See, the colonists didn't want to be ruled by Great Britain anymore. So because of the Declaration of Independence, they said, no, we want to be our own independent country. But of course, Great Britain didn't agree with that. And so that's why we fought the war. There was the Americans, who sometimes we say the colonists, sometimes we say Americans, or we might also say patriots. And they were fighting against the British. Another word for British is the English. Or we also say the word loyalist, the people who wanted to stay loyal to England. So those were our sides and our reason for the Revolutionary War. All right, so for this puppet show, we've made your different puppets, and then we're going to actually act it out and you can use these sentences as an example of what you want to say. Now, if you don't have a printer, it's okay. You can just write it on a piece of paper. I even made the important words bold words, too, so that they stand out. All right, so let's start our puppet show. Welcome to the Revolutionary War Puppet Show! I provided military leadership by serving as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. Who am I? I provided political leadership by expressing the reasons for colonial independence from Great Britain by writing the Declaration of Independence. Who am I? I inspired patriots from other colonies when I spoke out against taxation without representation. When I said, "Give me liberty or or give me death. Who am I? I inspired patriots from other colonies when I spoke out against taxation without representation. When I said, give me liberty or give me death. Who am I? Ah, bonjour. I am a French nobleman. I volunteered to serve in the Continental Army during the American Revolution. The King of France provided troops, ships, and money. I helped to lead the Americans to victory at Yorktown. Who am I? I am an enslaved African American from Virginia. I served as a spy in the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. And yes, I successfully requested freedom after the war with the support of the Marquis de Lafayette. Who am I? I hope you liked my Revolutionary War puppet show. Students, I'd love for you to put on a similar kind of puppet show for your families. You could even add more information if you have gone on to the alternative learning plans and you went to the biographies for social studies and read even more information. You can share more facts you know about these people. And last but not least, I want to share the answers with you to make sure that you've got them all right. So first we had George Washington. He served as the Commander-in-Chief during the Revolutionary War. Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. Then we have Thomas Jefferson. He wrote the Declaration of Independence. Next we have Patrick Henry. He is famous for saying, give me liberty or give me death. Then we had the Marquis de Lafayette. He was the Frenchman who helped the Americans win the Revolutionary War at Yorktown. And then last we had James Lafayette, who was a spy who helped the Americans to win the Revolutionary War too. All right, now make sure, if you made the puppets, make sure you save these two puppets, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, because we'll need them for next week for the post-Revolutionary War. Post means after. So the post-Revolutionary War puppet show, you'll need these two guys again.